Hey, welcome to Typical Hunks Adventure and Happy New Year. Officially recording this on January 1st, 2026. This video is about my biggest project of 2025, which was re-landscaping most of my backyard and side of my house. So if that's something that interests you, please stick around and watch my journey. We had some grass out front that just sort of turned the weed as well as died, and then an undesirable side lot that was just full of 1 to 3 inch rock. My plan was to move the rock from the side lot to the front and then mulch that side lot, just like the other side and back of my house. The rock would have taken me ages to move, and with needing to remove the grass too, it felt much better to hire professionals at this part. So it is the night before that the landscapers are planning on coming, so I've actually just gone out and kind of labeled where the sprinklers are out front. Kind of used these dollar store pinwheel type flowers that we had found weeks ago. Unfortunately, I thought I had as many as I needed. Thought I had 10 red, 3 blue. Blue being the ones that will be kept running, so that way we can water those, and 2 for the tree by the one there. But I needed 2 for over in this area. Unfortunately, since I ran out and it's late at night and they will be here at 6:30 in the morning, decided to get creative, and we had some pumpkin decorations that are like spikes for the lawn, and decided to just tape some red paper to them. So we will see how that goes. Okay, so they seem to stay in, so I guess that's good. A bit windy tonight, so I don't know if a storm is brewing in or not. Hopefully not, since it was our paper, but I should be awake at 6:30 anyway in the morning, so I will be available when they arrive. So I had some folks come out, cap my sprinklers, dig out the grass, put barrier down, and then remove the rock from the side and bring it to the front. Overall, I was very pleased with how it all went. I did take plenty of loads of rock myself after it all was said and done to better fill in some areas, and also just because there was so much rock left over, like way too much. Which is hilarious because 5 minutes before them being done with the job, the guys tried saying that I may need to buy another load. So I went out with my own shovel to help shovel some piles of rocks for their equipment to get, and magically we had plenty. So they just left a little bit ago, but decided to come out and film for a moment. So this is the xeriscaping that went having in the front. So we moved all that rock from the side and put it here, and did leave 3 sprinklers in. So we've got one here and one over there for this tree, just make sure it gets water. And then we've got one here to water that bush, so I'll need to move that to face that way. And so actually, while they were working, they were worried that they're going to run out of rock. And we're like, oh no, we're going to have enough. So I actually went out and started shoveling some to make sure that they did, but as you can clearly see, they had more than plenty. So don't know if they're just trying to milk some more money out of it, but that would be kind of weird because then like there'd be more rock available. But yeah, plan on shoveling some of this. I'll actually move some of it probably out, just to make sure that I have enough rock in the front in certain spots. But otherwise, mostly good. Of course, the grass will need to be kind of fixed in all spots on the front, and then just in like ruts back here. But you know, not too big a video, honestly. It'll grow back. But yeah, just be moving this rock around, putting it where I can. Probably put something along the fence line if needed. That way we can start mulching out all of this area and looking to put garden boxes and things in. So while knowing that I'd be redoing the side and front of my house before that project even started with them bringing up the equipment 2 months prior, I decided to start redoing my existing side with mulch and stepping stones to be redone, because why not? It also allowed me to spray ground clear and get some weed barrier down, reposition those stones, add fresh mulch, and then add some barrier from the grass to my backyard. This still took some time, mainly of pulling up weeds and grass that had grown up through the mulch, but still not as bad as what was going to come. The other side of my house is what I spent months and months of the year working on. I first needed to rake and shovel out as much of the rock as possible, pull up weeds which were coming back almost daily. I eventually got enough out of the way to put ground clear down in some spots. I decided this job would be easier if I worked in sections. That way you get small quick wins to help along with progress instead of trying to do it all at once. Spent countless evenings out there, and even in high 90-degree temperature weather in the afternoons, just trying to put a dent in it, whether it was moving more rock out of the way or getting a layer of barrier down. It was satisfying seeing it all come along, especially in the section just behind the house. Then just all the countless trips to the hardware store for mulch. I'd make several trips a week, and it would have been cheaper to buy in bulk or have a load dropped off. But that just seemed overwhelming, and I didn't want to feel like I needed to get through it all immediately or be rushed, instead of buying what I needed or just a little more to last a couple of days. Eventually started working on the edging to separate the mulch from the grass, and decided to do a decorative corner since we had some bush growing in from my neighbor's yard that we liked. That also allowed me to use up some rock, then gave me the idea to keep about a foot or so of space from the fence with that rock. Now, I of course still found some other use of the rock, since I just had so much. I'd fill in low spots in the ground and even under our porch. Decided I'd have another corner spot at the front side lot, and then just anywhere else in the front yard where I felt like I could use some more rock. Now, I kept working my way through the project, one layer at a time, getting it down, covering with mulch, and sending in more pavers. I knew toward the end I'd need to jump to the end of my project to move that rock out of the way so that I could get the barrier down and then put the remaining rock back where it would go. So it was sort of a balancing act. So yeah, it still basically looks the same, but yeah, not as high of a mountain, so I've just been trying to move more rock to that corner, and also I'm trying to move some here. And I'll probably move that away, although I think the idea is to kind of have a strip go across here and then get the rock so that I can have it kind of edge that way and maybe curve a bit. And then, get rid of this rock and then fill the rest in with mulch. Then it was just the same repeat of getting another layer down, then mulch, and then pavers. Then working along with the edging and the rock. We do get a good amount of water, and I'm still unsure of how that mulch will hold up, honestly. But I did decide that I should add in some dividing pavers at the gate to sort of separate it all, and I did like how those came out. Oh, and also at some point in the summer, we got these garden boxes built to replace the shoddy wooden ones that we never used, and to make sure that they were there and where we wanted them. Overall, I'm super pleased with how it all turned out, especially having never done any of this before, and mostly doing it all by myself. Sure, it probably could have been a 1 to 2 day project for a group of professionals with equipment, but sometimes it's just more rewarding to do things yourself, or at least allow you to gain the experience and knowledge of it all. Maybe learn what to not do next time, or maybe that your time is more valuable, and that if you have those extra funds, and trust someone to bring your vision to life, to let them help you out. I certainly did that after building 2 giant retaining walls in my front yard at my previous house, and wanted no part in building that one at my current home this time. Looking back, the rock was moved to the front in mid-June, and I finished this project in mid-October, so just about a span of 4 months. Overall, pretty happy with how it all turned out, and not too bad when you figure it's just a summer project. So, thanks for coming along with me on this landscaping journey of a project that I had last year. Hopefully that inspires you to, perhaps take up your own landscaping project, or maybe it's one that you've been putting off, and hopefully this helps inspire you to get around to that. As for 2026, I have no plans for any more lawn projects. Hopefully I don't have any big projects. I'd like it to just be, maybe I decide what we put in the grow boxes. But one thing to end on, there were 2 things that really helped motivate me and get me through this project. One was doing it in bite-sized small pieces so that I could get instant gratification and see progress as it was moving along. And then 2, just having support and friends and family to share the progress in photos and videos, just so they could see me moving along with it and have some accountabilities. And then of course, recording some stuff so that I can make this video as well. So that's gonna do it for this one. So stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.